Yo, dude. What day is it?
It's October.
It's Dirty Magazine Day. Welcome back, ladies and gents. It's time for a Dirty Magazine Day. We are here with the Zeppansha, which means the car that is out of print, or cars that are not being made anymore, if you like. We've got 271 cars. We've got a DVD special movie. It's all happening here. Graphic and history. You make history come alive. All right, here we go. Let's get into it. Over we go. This is from 1970 to 1979, as you can see. Yep, let's have a go. We've got silicon plug wires. We have the DVD over here. I'm not going to load that up for you guys, but I'm sure it's very, very interesting. Over we go with some stickers. That's always nice. Everybody likes stickers. Over we go. The Zeppansha file. So I've got, this is basically the contents page, it looks like. And yeah, we've got STP Sunco Golf VP Champion. Okay, over we go. Here's the actual contents page. Yep. I don't know what to say much about that. We have the 1600 GTV Celica. We have the 2000 GTR Skyline, Fairlady 240ZG, and the Savannah RX-7. Looking forward to the Savannah. Over we go. We're on this page here. We've got more. These are just the car listings from Toyota, Nissan, what is that? Honda, Mazda, Mitsubishi, Fuji. So that's Subaru, Fuji Heavy Industries, Fujiru, Subaru, Daihatsu, Isuzu, and Suzuki down the end. You know what I'm hanging out for, don't you? Okay, over we go. The Toyota Celica 1600 GTV, beautiful car. You saw this in the last magazine. I'm not sure if that was a GTV, but this one is, and it's very, very pretty. It's from Tama, which is basically where I live. Okay, over we go. Yeah, we've got the classic old school speakers on the rear shelf. Look at the lines of this thing. It's just beautiful. We've got details on the specifications of the vehicle that we won't really go into to keep the amount of time this magazine is going to take down. You can zoom in or stop and have a look if you like. There she is. Over we go. I mean, this car just screams cool, doesn't it? Everything about this thing is cool. The rocker cover probably could have used a spray before the photo shoot, but we'll let it go. Hide in the weeds here. Excellent, excellent. It's just a good looking whip. I don't know. Is there anything wrong with it? I don't think so. It's pretty perfect. Here's the history of the Celica. 1970. Wow, 74. 77. 78. And then 78 again. 78, 78. I think this is still the best looking one though. I mean, these two very similar looking cars. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of that either. Or that. This one here. They kind of went off the rails a bit after they made the first one, right? It's got a bit of a longer back, this one, it looks like. I'm not sure if that's just the angle or whatever. Celica experts will know better than me. Whoa! Fully into the history here. This thing's sick. Look at that. I mean, I wouldn't say no to owning any of these. This is a bit weird. This is sort of throwback to USA, isn't it? This is the Crown. Oh, they're all Crowns. Oh, what am I doing? The Crown, Toyota Crown, 1971, February. Crown, that's, I mean, the Crown, the history of the Crown, it's actually very relevant because they've now cancelled the Crown, haven't they? Like, the current crown is the last one. 1974. Look at this. That's very American looking, isn't it? This is dope. That's your classic square styling. This thing kind of looks like a hearse. Not feeling it. Make a good drift car though. Over we go. The Corona. 1970. Which Corona do you like the best? I don't really like any of them, if I'm honest. This one kind of looks like an AE 90, no, AE, what is it, AE 71 or something, Corolla, so I'd probably go with that one. They're all rear-wheel drive too, so they drift pretty well. What is this one? This is the Century. Oh, Centuries are dope. Look at that thing, so ahead of its time. Beautiful car. 1973. I mean, that wouldn't really look out of place on the road today, except for the cool factor. Over we go. 1970 Corona Mark II. Yep, there they are. The Corona Mark II again, and again. No, this is a minor change. It's got it in English for me. I didn't even notice that at first. A Carina. 1970 Carina. Carinas. Again, they're sort of the similar shape to an AE71 or a KE70 Corolla. Yep. Okay. Over we go. Did we skip a page here? I don't think we did. No, we didn't. The Sprinter. This is the what would you say, the ancestor of the AE86, because that's called a Sprinter as well. Another Sprinter Trueno here. I believe that they actually made the design better later rather than the other way around. So these are the later model Sprinters. I don't think this is better than the AE86. There's like a coupe looking thing. That's a bit weird looking. Trueno. Sprinter. Yeah, I mean, that's very AE86 looking, but it's not one. Yeah, anyway, keep going. What do we got? The minor changes. Now the Chaser. The Chaser's another one that got better. Minor change to this. That's pretty cool, but I think the modern day Chaser looks a lot better. Corolla. Look at that thing. What do you reckon? How do you like it? Try to keep my hands out of this as much as I can. I'm kind of all over it, aren't I? This thing's pretty cool. Yep. Minor changes. Additional model. Minor changes. This is cool. Kind of reminds me of an AE82. This is dope. Like, there's a couple of current drifters that drift cars like this. Very cool. They just engine swap them and then leave them rusty. Really cool. A Tercel. That is a name that carried on for quite some time. It started in 1978 by the looks of it. Tercel was a like a Corolla wagon type deal. A Corsa. Yep. All here. Look at the starting prices. I just noticed that. This is $4,800 new. Flick back, go back through. If you're wondering what these numbers were, they're the original pricing. This was cheap. I guess probably not cheap for 1978. Over we go. 1972, we had, what is this? The Corolla 11 came out again. Still in Corolla 11 territory here. GT Apex goes to 1983. So yeah, the model before the A86, you'd have to say, and you can see where you can see where the AE86 came from by looking at this design here. Very nice indeed. Yeah. What else with minor changes and things? The Publica. Publica. Yeah, what can you say about that? It's just very old sort of design. Cheap. Wow, this one was really cheap. $3,000 new. Publica in 1973. Publica Starlet. Interesting. Starlet. So the Publica is the predecessor to the Starlet. I never knew that. Look at this thing. That's pretty cool. There's a lot of information about it. The fact that it was FR and the engine was a 3KU. Lots of information about these cars. So in there, but we don't really have time to go through them. Unfortunately, Nissan Skyline. HT 2000 GTR. Is this Hakoska? I believe it is. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It is the Hakoska. There we go. Look at that. I reckon this is probably the nicest of all the Skylines. That might get a bit of hate, but yeah, this is the one that I think is the best. I don't feel nostalgic about them though, so engine swaps and everything is fine for me. The interior should probably stay the same unless you want to like do a small modern conversions, like you want to add power steering or something to it. I'd be all about that. But try to keep the interior looking standard is what I would do. Like if you wanted to put an RB26 in there, I wouldn't complain at all. The standard engine is more than capable though, so there really isn't, I mean, unless you want crazy power, there isn't really any point, is there? Over we go. Look, there she is. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, that's the Ken Mary. What am I saying? That's not her. We're going back. I'm going against it. There, the history of the Skyline. They were 46,000 to 68,000 new. Okay, over we go. This is the Ken Mary. I missed that one. Missed the changed first time we flipped over. Keep on cruising. Got that classic Nissan engine in there. This is another fine automobile, but I do prefer the Hakoska. This is... What about the Celica? Celica versus Ken Mary. What would you do? What would you do? What would you do? Okay, over we go. History of more history. Nissan history. We had Toyota before. Now we're in Nissan. So we got the Cedric. Look at that. This is cool. That's probably the one I like the most out of there. With model change, Cedricing. That's cool. I'm not a big fan of the height change in the windows there, but still, I mean, it's a Cedric, undeniable. They started like, this looks 80s, and it was 1979. So this is June 1979. So in the 80s, yeah, that's what you would have seen. Early 80s, mid 80s, people driving those. At least in Japan, people would have been driving that until 1981 or 1982, possibly even, with the idea that Japanese people tend to only drive the car until the shaken runs out, which is the registration process, the inspection stuff. You have to do that every 3 or every 2 years. So that was overstatement. A lot of people will change their car before the first shaken. So, I mean, wouldn't have been strange to see these driving around in 1986, even, in my opinion. But they wouldn't have been the original owner, I wouldn't have thought. Not too many anyway. Over we go. Enough of that. What is that one? That's a Gloria. Gloria, looking very American styling in my opinion. More Glorias. Not a huge amount of change between this thing. Is this a Gloria too? Did I miss it? No, Cedric, look at that thing. That thing, and then look over here. That's not a huge difference. So if you know the difference between a Cedric and a Gloria, let me know. Because I don't know, and I don't have time to go through this. So there you go. The Gazelle, look at this. and Sylvia. We're going to get into Sylvia's. I digress. The Glorias were over here. Additional model was this one, the Gloria. Now we go to 1979 with the Gazelle. The Gazelle. Look at her. Again, I'm seeing American influence in that, if I'm honest. Down to the Sylvia. Look at the first Sylvia. Wow. I've never seen one of those before. Interesting. So, 8万, 80万, 180万, 180万. What is that? $18,800. Anyway, on to the next Sylvia. I reckon they went backwards. This looks better than that. Keep on cruising. This is the Bluebird. Bluebird's a bit of a household name. Along we go. We're slowly moving out of shot here, though. Bluebirds. More bluebirds. More bluebirds. More bluebirds. And we came to this thing that kind of looks like a Corolla, in my opinion. Additional models, minor changes, and then we're at the President. Again, the President. What a classic looking car. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, you could have got one hella cheap. Now they're hella expensive. Over we go. The Laurel, or Laurel. Laurel. So it's not a Laurel, it's a Laurel, if you're wondering, judging by the Japanese text. Okay, so here we go. We're in green, looking good. Now we're in brown and black and white. What do you reckon? Laurel or Laurel? Good or no? I'm going over here to the March. No, this isn't a March. This is a Cherry. A Cherry, kind of. This looks Honda to me. Don't you think? It looks like an old Honda. That's probably what they were battling with. It's FF. 80 horsepower. Yep. Does look like a contender for to battle the Civic, in my opinion. Keep on cruising down to the Cherry. It's a bit bigger than I thought. That's what she said. But it was cheap. $1,500 was the base model by looks of it. Probably didn't have air conditioning or anything. But then again, in 1974, did cars even have air conditioning in 1974? Over we go. 1973, we've got the, what is this thing? A Violet. I've never seen one of those before either. A Nissan Violet. I wonder how many of those are left. Probably 0. 1973 to 77. Again, the Violet. I might have seen one of these and never known what it was. It kind of looks like a Celica. Over we go. The Violet Oyster. Violet Oyster. Okay. Yep. Now a Stanza. Can't stand your Costanza. The old Nissan Stanza. Additional model. Stanza. I reckon I've seen one of those before. Over we go. The Sunny. Another household name. I dig this. It reminds me of the RX-3, RX-7. RX-3, RX-7? What am I saying? Reminds me of the RX-3 rotary. RX-3, RX-7. Wow. Okay, I need an alcoholic beverage. That is not alcoholic. That is sports drink, if you're wondering. Sunny. The Sunny, we're going down. Which is your favorite Sunny? There's a few of them between 1970 and 1977. Well, even we're going all the way to 72, 79 by the looks of it with the additional model. I don't like that. The original one I think is the best, in my opinion. Now we're going on to the Pulsar. A Pulsar, that's a name that hung around for quite a many year. A Pulsar, they even come out in full drive in the Pulsar GTIR. Whoa, that's the end of it. Wait, okay, so the Pulsar was the end, 1978. All right, okay, over we go. Nissan Fairlady 240ZG. Well, it's good to see his steering wheel is on the correct side, but yep, all the lines, all the beauty of the S30. I'm not pretending I knew it was an S30. It said S30 there, and I caught a glimpse of it as I turned the page. I don't know the difference between an S30 and an S31. Really, don't really know. I mean, I have an idea, but anyway, the 240, 280, 260Zs, I can't tell the difference. I know it's got something to do with the fenders and the rear pillar, and I think the length is a little bit longer, bumpers are different or something. Don't know. Not really my my focus of speciality, if I'm perfectly honest. Over we go. Another standard engine that's been prettied up. Cool. I dig it. The dashboard's not cracked. Another beautiful dashboard. It's old school. The triangle kind of shape happening here. It's nice. I dig it. Really like it. The flaps that cover the battery and the water over here are really cool. I dig that on this model. Fender mirrors always a hit with me. Now the history of it: 1971 through to 74. So this is what is this? 240ZG was the first one. No, the Z was the first one. Then they went to the ZG and the ZL. No, this way was that way. Why can't they put it in a line? Like, why isn't this one the first one? Weird. If this is the first one, wouldn't you have that one first? I don't know. The 2x2. I digress. Let's just continue on. So this is a model 240ZG, 2x2. I can't really see a... Oh, wait, this has got the lens covers over the headlights, and this one doesn't. That one does, and that one doesn't. Interesting. Okay, over we go. Over we go, over we go. Honda! Hey! N360, 1970. That's K. Loving that. $3,800 new. I really hope that's the new price, otherwise all of this footage is just rubbish. Right? Okay, so we've gone through the life of the N360, and then we're at the life of the N360, the life, 1971 to 74. What do you reckon? Do you dig it? I think they're pretty cool. The life van, I reckon, and the truck are much better for me. Life step van and the additional model, which was the K truck. Super cool. These, really dig it. The proportions are kind of blown out, and I like that. We've got minor changes happening through to 74. Over we go. This thing looks like a Suzuki, in my opinion. I wonder if Suzuki had, I mean, with the back window like that, kind of reminds me of an Alto. But, I mean, they were sharing designs, really, weren't they? Like, the companies were stealing each other's designs the whole way through theirs. Except for this thing, which, this is the Vamos. This didn't really steal anybody else's design. They kind of just went like, well, let's just throw a canopy on a chassis and whack a steering wheel on it and a windscreen, and that'll do. But at $5,600, that's a pretty big price tag for one of these. I wonder how much they're worth now. Probably an absolute fortune. There's probably 4 left in the world. But they probably still run perfectly because of Honda. Over we go. In 1969, what did we get here? We got the 1300. They didn't really go out of their way to name it, did they? Why did they call it a 1300 when it had a 2000cc engine in it? No, I don't know. Anyway, keep going. At $500 though, holy crap, cheap. Down the 1300 coupe. The coupe, they don't have the data on this. They've lost it. We don't have data on how much it cost. We do have a photo though. The nose is a bit weird on this thing, if I'm perfectly honest. Down here, you can see the nose a little bit better because it's white. The 145, very similar nose. Could even, no, the headlights on this one are two round ones. It's got a square one here. Yeah, similar model. Over we go. Keep on cruising. Keep on cruising. The Civic. Hey, cool. The Civic, in my opinion, the Civic didn't go wrong until... I used to think the last cool Civic was the EK, but I actually think the EK was probably alright. After that, I lost interest in the Civic. If I'm honest, I don't know anything about any of the newer Civics. Accord. Accords are cool. Should have been rear-wheel drive, though, in my opinion, the Accord. Prelude 2. The Prelude, if it was rear-wheel drive, would have been a popular car up into the 90s. Hey, the Savannah. It was still a popular car into the 90s, but it would have been more popular, is what I was trying to say. The Prelude and the Accord, they would have been more popular if they were rear-wheel drive, in my opinion. No, because the FF makes it more economical. Yeah, whatever. Did anyone really care about that? A little bit. All right, over we go. The Savannah. Like it or love it, or hate it, possibly. I never used to like these. As I grow older, I grow more fond of them. I don't really know why. The styling's kind of cool. It's aggressive. Pop-up headlights. What's not to love about that? The interior was super cool. Like, look at that. It's hard to... The pop-up rear glass, like... You don't see that anymore, and you probably never will see that again. The bonnet folds up the wrong way, which is excellent. Love that. So I don't really know why I didn't like them in the first place. If I'm honest. Over we go. Mazda. So we've got the Grand Familia. I'm familiar with the Familia. Yep. I mean, that looks like an RX-3. Is it an RX-3? Does it have a rotary in it? I don't know. Interesting. I'm not going to read that. It'll take me too long. Over we go. Not over. Under we go. The Familia Presto. And I'm reading the English because it's faster. Sometimes I read the katakana. Sometimes I read the English. It's whatever I look at first. Here's the Presto over here. The Familia, again, 1977 to 80. Yeah, they weren't really pushing boundaries, but it does look sort of, looks familiar, like it does. It looks familiar, like some of the other cars we've already seen, if you know what I mean. Valvoline, you know what I mean. The Savannah, here we go. This had the rotary engine in it, 1971, the Savannah 2. What about the Savannah? Was there a Savannah 1, I wonder? But that's the rotary. Quite expensive at $15,000 in 1971. 1972, the additional model. That's the, yeah, beautiful. Like, yep. 12A. 120 horsepower. Minor changes. And that's all we get for the Savannah in here for some reason. 1972 saw the Shante. So this is Shantez, but in Japanese it's Shante. Right, Shantez. Okay, or maybe I just don't know how to pronounce that because it's not English. Maybe it's Spanish or something, and I can't speak Spanish. The Luce. Luce. Luce, L-U-C-E. In English is loose, but it's pronounced Luce. The Luce in 1972, additional model. Luce legato. Luce legato. What? Why are we doing this? Come on, Nissan, Mazda. Come on, Mazda. Ugh. Need another drink. Okay, going down the Luce legato, minor changes. The Carol. I want one, but I mean I could have had one for $7,000 new, but $4,500 now. You probably can't buy a good one for $4,500 now. I have looked at getting one, but I just don't have the money. So if you'd like to see me buy a Carol, go to the merch store, make my YouTube blow up, and one day I'll own one. And I'll probably motor swap it because I couldn't deal with a 360 engine. It wouldn't be fast enough for me. So yeah, if you want to see me do that, support the channel, like, subscribe, and all that stuff, and check out the merch store and get your name on the Garage Kei door and all that stuff, and maybe one day I'll get one. Over we go, the Capella. There's a cool song on YouTube, Drifting in My Capella. Check that out, Australian song. Yep, another rotary. Down here, it's a minor change to it. Then we've got the Capella from 1978 to 82. They kind of went off the rails. I like the old one better. The Cosmo. I can't really say anything bad about the Cosmo because they were just I think the Cosmo was ahead of its time, like the President and the, what was the other one? The President and the name has gone. We saw it before, the top of the line. Century and President. I think those are undeniably cool, and the Cosmo is too, even though it's not really the same thing. Yeah, I can't really go into it. Okay, the Road Pacer. I've never heard of that before. Kind of looks like an Australian car. Road Pacer. It does, like the way the back swoops down like that from this angle. It looks like an old Holden to me. Yep, there might be something to that, or there might not be. Might be crazy. Dave, you're crazy. It looks nothing like an old Holden. Whatever. This thing's cool. The Porter van and the Porter cab. It's a shame they didn't give these full-size pictures because they're my favorites out of all of them. Would really like one of those and really like a Porter cab. Over we go. Mitsubishi. When I hear Mitsubishi, I think of blown head gaskets. It's just because of the Magna. The Galant. A staple. What's old mate doing in the background? Probably having a cigarette or a pipe. There's lots of additional models and minor changes to the Galant or Galant. Garanto. No, Galan. No, there's no T on the end. It's not a Galant. It's a Galan. I didn't know that. Garan. It's a Garan. There you go, Garan. The Garan Coupe, FTO. Okay. More Galan. So if you've been saying Galant or Galant, then you've been pronouncing it wrong because it's a Galan. There's no T. Over we go. Minor changing all of the things. Minicar F1. Wait. Minor change. Minicar F4. Minicar 5 and the Minicar 5.5 van. That's pretty cool. Minicar AMI 55. Not the AMI 55, it's an AMI. AMI 55. Minicar Skipper. Minicar Skipper. The 4. We've got minor changes. Now we go to the Lancer. Squash this a little bit. The Lancer, once they evolved, they became cool. Before that, no, not so much. Not feeling the rear, not feeling the front. Over we go. The Lancer Celeste. Celeste. The Lancer Celeste. And we've got additional models over here, minor changes. Lancer EX. Yep, I mean, it still looks like a Corolla to me. The Mirage. Okay. Yep, Mirage lasted a long time till the mid to late 90s, I think, saw the last Mirage in Australia. Very, very popular. Additional models, minor changes. Then we have the Debonair. I've never heard of that, but that looks to me like it's competing with the President Century type deal. Wonder how popular it was. Probably not very, because I'd never heard of one. A Debonair. Cool though. Cool. Over we go. Subaru. I'm not a huge Subaru guy. You might know that. You might not have known that. Not huge Subaru guy. There are a couple of Subarus I like, but not many. What do we start off with? Leone. I had... did I have a Leone? Leone. I think I had a Leone. A wagon. Don't remember. I digress. What have we got? We got four-wheel drive for the additional model. We don't have data on how much they cost. Additional models over here. Then we have more Leone, different, like 1979. Looks like they went to a slightly different model. Over here we've got four-wheel drive, minor changes and things. Over we go. 1969, the R2. The R2 is one of the few that I actually like, just because it's kind of quirky, old and cool. Kind of feels like a Honda. That kind of cool little... Look at the thing. How could you not like that? Okay, that's why I like it. The R2, again, so they just stayed cool for a long time. The Rex. I only, like... The Rexes, I didn't know it existed until people contacted me wanting parts. But yeah, there's no parts for a Rex left. Unfortunately, they are destined to die unless you make your own bits. They might be available in other countries, and nothing here that I've been able to find. Additional models, model changes for the Rex. This one's cool. This feels Honda to me. Don't you think so? Don't you reckon it looks like, doesn't look like a 360 or something? No? I don't know. It does to me. Over we go. Hey, the Samba. Samba's another one that I like. Because it's Kei, it's a van, it's a truck. Yeah, what's not to like? It's not a Subaru. It's not a Suzuki. It's another option, which is dope. This has got the side gates on it. I wonder if this is related to that one we saw in the last book with the what was it called? Was it a baby or something? Don't remember. You might remember. Had something weird written on the front of it, but it had the side, so I wonder if that was a Subaru. Anyway, additional models. Now the Subaru 360. Dig it, suicide doors, can't go wrong with that. Subban really wants one of these. Hope he ends up with one, because he'll do cool things with it, and not many people do. Nice. Okay, Daihatsu, which is actually Toyota, I believe. Yep, it says Toyota right there, so I'm not completely wrong. What's this? I can't read that, so it's a Consorte. Consorte sounds Spanish, don't know. Additional models, minor changes. This looks like a Mazda to me, but anyway, keep going. Feeling very Corolla-ish, very Mazda-ish. Probably, what is this thing? The Charman. Obviously, I can't read katakana very well. You knew that from previous episodes. The Charman. Charman, not the Charmant. Charman, right. Minor changes, minor changes, minor changes. The midget. I'm a fan of the early midgets. I don't particularly like the latest midget. I reckon the single wheel at the front was kind of more cool, though when the four wheel midgets are done up correctly, they do look fat. They kind of cool, but not one of my favorite cars. What is this thing? This is a fellow buggy. Fellow buggy, right? I don't know what that is. I don't know when it's a Daihatsu. I've never seen that before. Fellow Max, fellow buggy, fellow Max. Yep, this is looking very Civic-ish, isn't it? Very Civic-ish. They're all battling for the same customers, so they're all making the same sort of cars. Minor changes, minor changes. Now we've got the Max Kuore. Max Kuore. Kuore. Some other car got the Kuore name. I can't remember what it is. Is it a Daihatsu Kuore? A mirror? Was it a mirror Kuore? I can't remember. Not a big Daihatsu man. More about Suzuki's these days. They went for the halo. I'm not sure why this is in a car magazine, but in Japan, if it's got three wheels, you don't have to wear a helmet, and maybe that's why is it considered a car? Maybe that's why you don't need a helmet on the road. Over here we have the Taft. Now the Taft has made a comeback. It's not a four-wheel drive anymore. This looks like a Jimny or a Jeep. It's now like just a box, the Taft. It's not a dumb-looking thing, but I mean, it's not as cool as this. This is much cooler than the current Taft. The current Taft. What do we got? The Charade. I haven't seen a Charade in years. Charade. Additional model. I'm seeing Suzuki in that. Over we go. Isuzu, the Sneeze brand. We have the Coupe, the 117 Coupe. I mean, it's very streamlined looking, in my opinion. Cool. I dig it. Minor changes. Over we go. Still additional. We've got additional models and minor changes over here. Furorian. The Furorian. Is that a wagon? No, it's not. It's like a headlight, something. 4 headlights. It's the Deluxe. 1800 Deluxe. Minor changes. Over we go. I'm hoping Suzuki's just over a couple of pages, because I'm getting edgy to see some Suzuki's. The Bellet, you know I like that. There she is, the 71 Bellet GTR. Dope. Cool, super cool. 74 had the Gemini. Isuzu Gemini. Interesting. Okay. I've heard of the Gemini, but I thought it was a Holden. Maybe they had some kind of collaboration. Not sure. Additional models. We had, what have we got now? We've got another additional models of the Gemini. Minor changes. Is that a minor change? It's pretty big change. Oh, it's just the front's changed. Okay. More 80s looking. Over we go. Hey, Suzuki. Welcome to Suzuki. 1977. We've got the Servo, Serubo. The Alto came out, and the Fronty. Yeah, they just launched 3 different cars, and then none of them are the same. Not even close. So that's a big thing to do, although it is, 9 years, but still. Over we go. I don't know what I'm talking about. You've been waiting a long time to hear me say that. I don't know what I'm talking about. Fronty. I admit it. The Fronty, here we go. It's bubbly, isn't it? I kind of dig it, but it's a Suzuki, so I'm a bit biased. You don't really see this model anymore. You see that one more, the fronty coupe. That one, that's cool. Fronty hatch, I like that one the best of the fronties, but good luck finding one of those. Fronty van 360, Fronty van 360, and it's called a fronty hatch. Fronty van, dope. Over we go. Oh, we're out of it. That was it. Suzuki gets 2 pages. I guess they didn't do much between 77 and between 70 and 80. I guess they didn't do much. Over we go. You can buy Rocky Auto. Get your stuff from here. Rocky Auto catalog graffiti. That looks interesting. Yep, I'll keep on cruising. Honda Z. There she is. Look at that. Cool. Look at it on a drag strip. They could run that about 12 times before that made it. Like, that could go to the end, come back 7 times before that made the quarter mile. Is that the Jimmy Barnes? I'm not sure. Yep, we've got a Suzuki in the desert. Right. Don't jump. Don't do it. Okay, so we've got the Zeppansha file, so it just lists all the cars. I'm not going to go through that because we did it already. Suzuki. Yeah. Okay. All right. Over. We've got the staff designers and the credits in the back with the 3 stars of the show here. Was it 4? I'm not sure whether that's one of these or not. Might be 3 stars or 4 stars. Ad for stuff. Over we go, and we've come to the end. Fujitsubo exhausts, and that is it. The Zeppansha file book. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. I'll see you in the next one. Later.